tire fix trouble. Jamie's until now, as Adam and Jamie reinvented, testing mythical methods for fixing a flat. And with, hey, a success, what's next?
Next up, we're branching out to other solutions for a flat tire.
Yep, next up is surely a clutching at straws type solution.
I will try not to hurt you.
That's a lovely little ski there.
A branch forced under and then tied to the flat tire. It's not pretty, but fads have said that this really works.
If you want to move something heavy across the ground, you got a couple of basic choices, really. You can do it with a wheel, or you can do it with a sled. And what we've got here is a makeshift sled built out of a tree branch and some rope. It ought to work, at least for a while.
But will it last for a full lap of their course?
Go!
Well, to say it's a slow start would be an understatement. Eventually, Jamie does get a grip.
Yes! Yes!
But they're certainly not out of the woods yet.
All right, here we go. We're on the road. Oh, don't slow down for anything.
After slipping and sliding their way through the first 200 yards of their lap,
Oh, the control's a little rough, huh?
Yeah.
they meet the first major obstacle, the speed bump,
Go, go, go!
which causes their car to come to a standstill.
Come on!
The log came out.
No!
Yeah. There's your problem.
It came out? Oh, it came out.
Yeah.
It abraded through all of the tie ropes up there close to the wheel.
That was pretty interesting, though, going down the road sideways. This track here pretty much tells the whole story. You can see the log still in place, and then it hits this bump. It sort of digs in, gets yanked out of place, and from here on in, it's pretty much just momentum.
With the branch busted literally and metaphorically, it's on to the final forest fix.
You may see a couple of logs here. I see a tire.
Once Jamie's got the good wood, his next job is to make it as circular as he can.
Looks pretty round to me.
Before the guys jump cut their way through the rest of their final improvisation technique.
Wow. That is without a doubt the ugliest tire change I've ever seen.
If you saw somebody doing this on the side of the road,
You'd be like, can I help you in any way?
no, I think I'd just leave quickly. Will it work? I don't think I'd want to go very fast on this particular wheel, but it seems like it's pretty solid. I think it's going to be the best one yet.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Roll along, little wheel. It's working good.
Remember, it's only the wheel that they've tinkered with. The suspension, brakes, and steering are all completely untouched.
Okay, here we go. Speed bump.
So, will the log help or hinder?
Oh, yeah! It made it!
That did fine.
Oh, it did totally perfectly!
It's certainly a case of so far, so good. But how will the potholes fare?
I'm nervous about the pothole. Wheel, back wheel's good!
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
With both the potholes and the puddles passed,
Oh, yeah! Wait, no problem!
it's not long before the Mythbusters come full circle.
Oh. Hey! It's beautiful! Well, with our first prototype fully tested, the Mythbusters Tire Company is ready to open its doors for business. This little baby worked magnificently on our course. It was, in fact, the best of all impromptu solutions that we have yet tried.
So, log wheel.
Totally confirmed.
Yep, let's go.
All right.
As the guys head on home, the fixing a flat myth is far from finished.
Ho, 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 ho.
Later, Adam and Jamie hit the town for more fabled fixes.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Check out your dubs, homie.
But next,
We're at maximum speed.
the guys focus on the friction factors.
Getting red hot.
Starting to smoke. It's smoking.
Can a super fast fish ever set a fishing reel ablaze? Well, not if the Mythbusters are anything to go by.
Is fishing always this much fun?
So based on our fishing trip, I think the only realistic way to actually test this myth is if we build a fake fish.
Well, this is just about a spinning reel creating enough heat to catch on fire. I mean, we don't technically need a real fish. I mean, we just need a fish substitute that'll pull the line off quick enough.
Okay, how about this? We get a go-kart. If we're gonna give this a good chance of working, we should use something really fast.
You know, the sailfish goes about 70 miles an hour. It's the fastest fish, and a go-kart could totally handle that speed.
All right, I'm all in, except for one exception. If we're going straight to the extreme scenario, why don't we load our other bases too? Let's find the best reel line combination that'll generate the most amount of heat, and we'll use that for our go-kart test.
Agreed. So, looks like we're starting out with some bench tests in the shop.
Awesome.
So with real fish proving too unreliable, the Mythbusters are going to build their own. But first, they're focusing on the friction factors.
We're gonna start out by testing the line. Now, for this experiment, the reel, the washers, and the lube will all remain the same. The only thing that's gonna change is the line. And the lines that we're gonna be testing are monofilament, Dacron, steel cable, and braided solid spectrum.
Whichever line generates the highest heat is the one they'll use for their full-scale test.
So this machine will be simulating the fish at the end of the line. I'll bring it up to speed using the foot pedal and guide it onto the reel. Then Tory will apply drag, and Carrie will see how much temperature we actually get.
All right, let's begin with the 80-pound monofilament test.
Okay. Wait, hold on. We're missing one thing. Just in case this myth is true, we just gotta be prepared.
All right, let's do it.
With the safety set, the guys pull the 400 yards of line at 20 miles an hour.
All right, we're at maximum speed.
Before Tory engages the drag, a kind of braking system,
All right, going to full drag.
which will take the friction up to the max.
Stop. Okay, we're at the end of our line.
All right, what do you got, Byron?
Oh, look at that, thing's glowing.
Looks like we are maxing out at 105 degrees.
So the good news is that the friction did heat up the reel, but the bad news is it's nowhere near enough for a flame. Can Dacron do any better?
Crank her up.
To maximum drag. Here we go.
Okay, we're at maximum
Oh, you can see
speed.
the heat as it spools. Look at that.
Wow.
Well, in a word, no, because neither it
We peaked at 112.
nor the next fine line, the steel,
All right, thrown into drag.
are close to setting the world on fire,
118 degrees.
which doesn't bode well. The final fishing line is 500 yards of spectra.
We're at full speed.
We are in full drag.
Having a very narrow diameter means more line can fit on the reel, which should mean more heat.
I don't see any smoke. Definitely no fire. Stop. That's the end of the line.
What do you got?
158 degrees.
I think we have a winner.
That's pretty hot.
Peaking at an impressive 158, it's this last line that will be their weapon of choice. But the line's not the only thing in this lineup.
Now, the type of reel that we've been using so far is a modern lever drag. What we're moving on to is an older type of reel called a star drag. Now, the reason we think that this might burst into flames is this. The drag, all of the plates and washers are encapsulated in this tiny metal cylinder. So there's no heat sink to draw the heat away. It's going to build up inside of here, and we just might see some flames.
That's the theory.
Wind her up.
A theory that their first new reel,
Okay, we're at maximum speed.
a Star Drag 4-aught, rapidly proves in practice.
171, 172, 173, 174.
The star drag is hot.
175. Stop. Oh, you guys, we got all the way to 182.
It's a good start in this real ordeal. But can the 4-aught's big brother beat that benchmark?
Drag is on pretty tight. Get the net ready. We got a big one.
At just 20 miles an hour, the Star Drag rapidly reaches 180 degrees before this happens.
Red hot.
We're starting to smoke. It's smoking.
Oh, my God.
Keep going.